Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is GalacticJerry bringing another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. And this time it's a battle spot, so it's going to be a 3-on-3. And my opponent, I guess his name is M. So I guess we'll just go with that for now. And he's carrying a Goodra, a Florges, and a Manectric. And over on my team I have a Venusaur, a Jirachi, and a Dragonite. And at this point, I figured that he's going to Mega Evolve his Manectric at some point, so that should be interesting. And of course, my only Pokemon that can Mega Evolve is Venusaur, so that's going to be the one. Anywho, let's let's get this battle rolling and see how it goes. So to start off, he leads off with his Manectric, and I lead off with my Venusaur, and I figured that he's going to Mega Evolve right off the bat, so I figured I might as well do the same. And since he Mega Evolved, he's going to get the Intimidate off, but it shouldn't matter since my Venusaur is not a physical attacker or anything like that, so I'm okay in that department for now. And okay, so I do Mega Evolve, and I figured the main Manectric I faced before carry Flamethrower, so I figured he's going to do a Flamethrower as his first move. And since my Venusaur has thick fat, fire moves get cut in half, so it doesn't do as much as you just saw right there. And meanwhile, I went for a Leech Seed, and just to to stall him out or something of that sort. And I guess he doesn't want to deal with a Leech Seed, so he uses Volt Switch and switches out into his Goodra. And I went for a Giga Drain, and at this point I was really hoping that it wasn't going to be a Sap Sipper Goodra, but unfortunately he was carrying a Sap Sipper Goodra. So at that point I was really hoping that if Goodra wasn't carrying a physical attack moves such as Outrage or anything like that. Even though that probably wasn't going to be the case, since many Goodras I faced before are special attackers. But Goodra has a pretty nice base 100 attack stat, so I could have gone either way. Anyways, he keeps using Dragon Pulse, and since my Giga Drain I used before didn't do anything, and I believe I did go for a Sludge Bomb before, just hoping to get the poison, but it doesn't seem to be working. And I went for another Sludge Bomb, as you just saw right there, and I didn't get the poison either. And he went for Dragon Pulse and is doing quite some damage on my Venusaur. And so I keep using Synthesis just to recover and be back at full health, at least almost at full health. So I used another Synthesis right there. I'm not sure how many Synthesis I've used before, but he keeps using Dragon Pulse, and I know this time I'm going to attack, but unfortunately he gets a critical hit, which is not good for me. So I decided to go for another Synthesis because of the critical hit. So now he goes for Flamethrower, and I know that it doesn't do as much as his Dragon Pulse is doing. So I figured I could probably attack like 2 turns or something before I had to use another Synthesis. But he decides to switch out into his Florges, and I went with the Sludge Bomb before he switched out. So at that point it was really good since I got the super effective attack on Florges. But I can't seem to get the poison on either his Goodra or on the Florges, so that's very unfortunate. Meanwhile, his Florges does have Protect and Leftovers, so he's able to recover a little. And he switches out. I guess he was predicting me to Leech Seed, so I guess he predicted me correctly on that one. And actually I just kept using Sludge Bomb. I mean, What is it to lose, right? But anyways, I decided to go with a Dragonite. Switch on to my Dragonite, and he went with the flamethrower. And I switch out again because his multi skill, my Dragonite's multi skill broke, and I guess at that point, since I have weakness policy on my Dragonite, I was really hoping that he was going to use Dragon Pulse just to activate the weakness policy and boost my attack. And at that, I was really hoping to do some serious damage with the +2 attack on Dragonite, but as you saw, it wasn't the case. So I decided to switch out into my Jirachi and just to take the Dragon Pulse. And I guess he did go for Dragon Pulse if I remember correctly. I lost track already, but it wasn't super effective. So I decided to go with I went with the Wish, and then I went with the Thunder Wave. I guess I was trying to para-flinch him just in case he decided to stay in battle. And since at this point I figured his Goodra is not doesn't have the gooey ability, since it will lower my my speed each time I make physical contact, since I have Iron Hand on my Jirachi. So that was my original plan, but he switched down to his Florges and got the Thunder Wave instead. So at this point, he's actually carrying Wish on his Florges as well. So did I go for a Wish right there? I think I did go for a Wish. Oh yeah, I did go for a Wish. Hoping that he was going to attack or something like that, and I am able to get my multi-skill back thanks to the Wish. And at this point, he keeps recovering with the leftovers, his Florges. So I go for Dragon Dance to boost my speed and attack. And I was really hoping that he was going to do Moonblast or some sort of fairy type move, but I guess he knows what my Dragon is up to, and probably knows I'm carrying weakness policy on it. So I guess he knows what he's doing so far. So at this point, nah. Since he broke my multi-skill, now he's going to attack with the Moonblast. And my Dragon, I couldn't take the hit at all, so that was very unfortunate. I should have known better and just kept using Earthquake to do as much damage as possible, but at least I was able to do some damage on it. And at this point, he goes for he uses Protect with his Florges, and I use Siren Head. I really don't want to deal with his Florges anymore. I'm kind of pissed on how he took my Dragonite down. So my Jirachi has to bench him somehow. And I finally get the Iron Head to hit his Florges, and it's able to take him down. Surprisingly, didn't survive, but I guess Florges does have pretty weak defense as it is. But then again, my Jirachi is not really doesn't really have high attack, but it does get a stat boost since it's part Steel type. But anyways, he goes with the his Manectric, and I go for I Protect just to recover a little more with my leftovers. And since I figure he's probably keep doing Flamethrower, and since I noticed that my Venusaur is taking the Flamethrowers pretty well, I decided to switch into my Venusaur. And then he goes for Bolt Switch. And I'm not even sure if I decide to go for another grass type move such as Leech Seed or Giga Drain. I probably did. And I probably did. I should have known better. Well, let's see. Okay, I did go for a grass type move, but it doesn't attack these Goodras. I went for Synthesis just to recover. And I went for Sludge, but I'm still hoping to get a poison, but I can't seem to get anything. And he goes for Flamethrower, and I had to switch out. At this point, I figured that he was going to go for Dragon Pulse just to do more damage, and I guess I did predict that correctly. And I switched into my Jirachi, and it's able to take the hit pretty well. And I am able to recover a little with the leftovers. And I think I go for Iron Head, hoping to get the flinch. But it does quite some damage, but I didn't get the flinch. And that would have been really, really helpful. because Goodra is really annoying. I can't really do much against it so far since I can't get it poisoned or anything like that, or can't use my Venusaur's Giga Drain or Leech Seed on it since it keeps boosting its attack every time I attack Goodra with it since it has Sap Sipper. But anyways, I guess he noticed that Jirachi did quite some damage on Goodra and decides to switch out into his Manectric, knowing that his Manectric can take Iron Head pretty well. And he also got the Intimidate off, so my Jirachi is pretty useless against this Manectric if I decide to stay out there. But I'm not sure if I want to switch out yet into my Venusaur. And I noticed he has hidden power, and since it was super effective, I'm not even sure what type of hidden power it was. It could have been on ground or even dark, but it was super effective, so I'm kind of glad he didn't go for Flamethrower. It would have probably taken me down or close to taking me down, but I decided to go for another Protect, and I guess I did attack him with a Iron Head if I remember correctly, and was able to do some damage his Manectric. But I guess this time he really wants to get rid of my Jirachi and finally decides to go with the Flamethrower, and of course takes down my Jirachi. And now I'm with my last Pokemon, my Venusaur, and he uses Flamethrower, and I think I decided to use Synthesis just to but unfortunately he gets the burn. Of all the things that could go wrong, he gets the burn. I mean, I used many Sludge Bombs already, and I can't get the poison. And since Sludge Bomb has a 30% chance of poisoning the opponent if it hits, and Flamethrower only has 10% chance of burning the opponent. I mean, why is he getting the best of luck? The better luck, or whatever you want to call it. But it's kind of frustrating sometimes. But anyways, he goes for Flamethrower, and I went for Sludge Bomb, and it almost took him down. And I know my Venusaur was going to be able to take another Flamethrower, so I go for Synthesis. But the burn is really affecting my Venusaur. Really, I don't know, it's really annoying. He goes for another Flamethrower, and I go for Sludge Bomb. I know it's going to take him down, and I know my Venusaur is faster than his Goodra. And his Goodra has little HP remaining, so but since Goodra is a special defense monster, I was really hoping that this last Sludge Bomb was going to take him down, and it does. So I don't know how I got this win. I made some stupid mistakes, but as you may. If you kept count of photosynthesis I've used, it was 8, so I ran out just when I used the last one. And always make sure to use PP ups on your Pokemon's moves. As you just saw right there, synthesis came to be really helpful, especially against the Manectric's Flamethrower and even Goodra's Flamethrower and Dragon Pulse, which got really annoying. And I can't believe he got the burn. I was still pretty pissed at that point because I couldn't get that poison on his Goodra with the Sludge Bombs. But anyways, that was a really close battle. I really enjoyed it. And he was a really good opponent. He knows what he's doing. But I don't know. I guess it's Goodra. This is the second time in a row that I faced a Goodra that's carrying Sap Sipper, so that's kind of surprising. I never really used Goodra before, so I'm not sure if Sap Sipper is the best ability to have on a Goodra, so I can't really say much on that. But I figure if I was using Goodra, I would probably have a gooey ability on it, you know. But I don't know. I guess it's really helpful since, as you just saw right there, my Venusaur was limited to using Sludge Bomb on Goodra, and the Leech Seed would have been helpful. Help me recover little HP at the end of each turn. But the Goodra was really annoying, and I was able to take him down finally at the end. and of course got the victory. And the Florges, the Florges really killed my Dragonite's plan, but I guess I should have known better. The energy ball was smart. That way he didn't need to activate my my Dragonite's multi skill, not multi skill. I mean weakness policy. So I guess he just used energy ball to break my multi skill. So it was really smart of him. Anyways, that's enough review on this battle. And I really hope you liked it. I thought it was a good battle. And if you did, please subscribe and like and leave a comment below. And if you subscribe, I'll do my best to subscribe back to you. All the support I can get, the better. You know, it gives me a reason to keep uploading my Wi-Fi battles up to YouTube. And from what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? I think we should end it at that, right? Anyways, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I'll catch you until next time. Later.